Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Good morning and welcome to Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium for this morning's National Amateur Baseball Federation matchup featuring the Mountaineer Lumber Company and the Jasper Reds. On behalf of NABF Collegiate Director John Mangelkamp, Site Director Greg Turbovich, and Canton City Schools, we extend to each of you a cordial welcome. Now let's meet the teams, beginning with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Leading off and playing in center field, number 11, Luke Ickes. Batting second and playing right field, number 8, Will Tagan. Batting third and playing first base, number 18, Braden Clark. Batting fourth as the designated hitter, number 17, Josh Missener. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 2, Andon Bender. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 6, Brady Rallison. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 12, Jeffrey Seiss. Batting eighth and doing the catching, number 7, Aiden Makito. Batting ninth and playing second base, number 4, Grayson Bischoff. And on the mound for the Mountaineer Lumber Company, number 23, Tyler Sloan. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Jasper Reds. Leading off and playing in left field, number 1, Dylan Warnick. Batting second and playing third base, number 2, Art Longvinov. Batting third and playing first base, number 25, Matt Droslek. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, number 13, Braxton Brosmer. Batting fifth and playing center field, number 18, Bryce Minton. Batting sixth and doing the catching, number 8, Aiden Sheets. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 21, Cage Christie. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 0, Talon Kiefer. Batting ninth as the designated hitter, number 12, Jackson Bauer. And on the mound for your Jasper Reds, number 22, Will Bippis.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Bauer the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
It's a playoff atmosphere to begin the final portion of pool play today at Thurman Munson Stadium in Canton, as you are watching the NABF Collegiate World Series on SmeeSports in partnership with the WRCL. 2-0 this tournament, Jasper Reds. 14-1 overall. 2-0 in this tournament, Mountaineer Lumber Company. 12-6-3 overall. The winner of this game plays at 5 o'clock, and they will have a chance to knock off the defending champions for 4 straight tournaments, the Stark County Terriers. The loser plays at 7:30 against the Brooklyn Grays. Hello, friends. Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning live on SmeeSports. One of 5 games today. So excited for these games, but this one, at least for the morning session, so to speak, sits atop the schedule for a reason. It was the opener for last year's tournament. A great matchup that went down to the wire. The Mountaineer Lumber Company got the win. So not only is this the battle for first place in the pool, it is also a redemption game for the Jasper Reds coming to this tournament by way of Jasper, Indiana, in the southern portion of the state, about an hour north of Evansville. For the Mountaineer Lumber Company, it'll be Ickes, Tagan, and Clark 1 through 3 leading off, as they are the away team for this matchup. First pitch from Bippis will miss inside at 9:35, and we are underway on our first of 5 games today at Thurman Munson Stadium. An exciting day of baseball coming up. It'll be the Brooklyn Grays, Gibson taking on the B2 Bulls in a match for third place after this matchup. Then at 2:30, we will see Josh from the Brooklyn Grays play their final game of pool play against Travelers. Of course, last night, a walk-off winner in the 9th inning. The Terriers scored in the top of the inning. A 2-run bomb walks it off. It was great scenes to close out the night at Munson. And we'll see if they can take that magic into today. Count sits at 3-1 on Luke Ickes, the lefty, out of the University of Mount Union by way of Uniontown Green High School. Bippis still looking to settle in. Ickes, line drive into right field. It's down for a leadoff base hit. Luke Ickes gets the bats rolling for the Mountaineer Lumber Company in the top of the first inning. Had some struggles offensively yesterday, but that was the perfect pitch to turn on. The 3-1 typically is the best pitch that a batter will see. That one was by far the best pitch, and Ickes makes Bippis pay. Leadoff man is aboard for the MLC as it turns to the walk-off hero from Thursday night in Will Tagan. I'm just putting it together. The last game on Munson 2, the last 2 nights ended in walk-offs. Tagan had a walk-off base hit. Then, of course, last night, the Brooklyn Grays had a 2-run homer. At the moment that ball came off the barrel, everybody, and I mean everybody on the first base side, went right to the fence and watched it go out. You had a feeling it was going, but you wanted to see it first with your own eyes. The 1-0, Tagan will take first strike. Tagan comes to this team by way of Washington University, St. Louis. A .333 average in 22 games played this past season. A really good campaign for him all in all. The 1-1, Tagan takes it off the plates. Not a bad miss, but just on the chalk. We talked about it quite a bit yesterday, how important these early pitches are. The difference between 1-0 and 0-1 is 120 batting average points. As Bryce said, it's the difference between Aaron Judge and Bo Naylor. When you put it that way, it's quite impressive to think about. Unfortunately, if you're in the Bo Naylor category, it's not so impressive. But still, if you're in the Aaron Judge one, you'll take the comparison. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Tagan. After him, it turns to Braden Clark, who had a couple of big drives yesterday for the MLC. Ickes goes. Tagan grounds this one over towards short. Throw over to first is in time for out number 1. If Ickes didn't take off, they probably would have been doubled up. So good thing Ickes did take off when he did. He'll now stand at second with 1 away for Braden Clark. You go back to that first game for the Mountaineer Lumber Company yesterday, their only game to be exact. A sac fly to begin, followed it up with a triple and 2 walks. So he has been playing some of his best baseball of the summer in the World Series. I would say that's encouraged and probably very helpful. You want to be at your best when it matters most. Of course, you wanted to be at your best to get to this point, which the Mountaineer Lumber Company more than was good enough to be in this tournament. The 1-0 wide for ball 2. Again, you would have had the Travelers and B2 fall out of the tournament if Release and T3 would have opted to play in it, as they did finish above both teams. The 2-0, high and out for ball 3. And as I think alluded to on a broadcast, of course before Release then played Stark County, I thought they could be the team to knock off the Terriers. They had the talent. Then Stark County went to their place and played a little demolition derby baseball. The 3-0 just on the outside corner. So a 3-1 count on Clark. Wearing number 18 today, the rising senior plays collegiate baseball for Tiffin. The GMAC in Division 2. The 3-1 swung on and missed. We're full 3-2. A good response from Bippis, the rising high school senior out of North Posey High School. Playing in one of the biggest games of his summer so far, if not the biggest. Payoff pitch. Clark rounds it over towards second. Flick to 1 is true for out number 2. Back-to-back productive groundouts. Ickes moves up from first to third And with 2 away, it turns to the designated hitter, Josh Missener. Simple flip from Kiefer over to Droslek. The Reds down to 12 players. They did have an injury, so that'll be worth noting going forward. An unfortunate injury, I believe a broken limb was the explanation given. Missener grounds it right back to second base, and the inning is over. Back-to-back putouts for Kiefer to close out the frame. The leadoff single from Ickes does not come to do any harm on behalf of the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Middle of one at Thurman Munson Stadium. We're scoreless on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Thurman Munson Stadium, bottom of the first inning. Warnick, Longvinov, and Droslek coming up for the Jasper Reds as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series Baseball on SmeeSports. Tyler Sloan getting ready to go on the mound for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. His first pitch of the day hits the outside edge for strike one. As I was just telling Ryland during the break, Tyler Sloan, going back to his time at St. V's, is one of my favorite players to watch. Really good player for them over the past couple of seasons. Now at Slippery Rock, had a sub-3 ERA and 15 innings of work. It was really good to see that out of him, but no surprise. You talk about that Ben Shepherd era. He is one of those players who helped the revival. We potentially will see Devon Lehman later on today on Stark County, another key player, a part of that group. But those Fighting Irish players really helped change the culture around that program after some really bad years. Fly ball right to shortstop. It's caught. One up, one down as Andon Bender barely has to move. But any chance I get in seeing how that program played under the old regime, because I was there for their final game as well at the old stadium that they played at, it was dysfunctional. It was not good. Whole coaching staff got overhauled. Ben Shepherd comes in. St. V's, they're back to contending for titles. Albeit LeBron will now be a state over. But, you know, they still have LeBron James as their claim to fame as well. Outside of course, some really good athletes altogether, including Ryland Hurley, who we will see at Tri-C in the spring. Again, excited to get him in. A really good wrestler, too. I believe a state champion for St. V's, if I'm not mistaken. Now it turns to Longvinov, quickly down 0-1. Sloan back at it. This time will miss. But 2 for 2 on first pitch strikes today. No surprise to see that from Tyler Sloan. He enters play after a season that he walked 5 batters and struck out 16. So that K to walk ratio positive in the right direction by more than just a few. The 1-1 wide for ball 2 and just a bit low. Art Longvinov graduated from Brescia in 2025 after coming to the States from Belushka, Russia. One of many foreign-born players that we will see today, as of course, the Brooklyn Grays have so many players that we will see from out of country. The 2-1, Longvinov, line drive into right center field and tracked down by Ickes for out number 2. And for day number 2, once again, appreciate these uniforms. They are the best in the competition. Don't get me wrong, the Reds ones are beautiful. It's just that perfect red and white color scheme. But something about a team wearing lumberjack uniforms and just having fun. I love it. This is how baseball should be. It's fun. To be hip with the kids, it's tough. Or so I'm told. First pitch fouled back by Droslek. Count 0-1. And I say that like I'm still not in school myself. In the second, it's Andon Bender, Brady Rollison, and Jeff Seiss. 5 through 7 for the Mountaineer Lumber Company coming up. Sloan digs back in. The 0-1. Fly ball sent towards deep left center field. Ickes is trying to track it down, and it is going to drop right in front of him. It'll be a 2-out double for Matt Droslek. That ball just kept carrying, nearly snuck out, and still Ickes nearly had it. A really good job hustling it down, but in the end, Droslek just too much power. First base hit of the game for the Jasper Reds. But you'll see, kind of didn't know where it went, and then Ickes, oh, so close. Covered so much distance. I would say on that angle, it should have been Seiss's baseball. But Ickes called him off, and to his credit, he nearly made the play happen. Instead, Brosmer gets his first chance of the day, swinging and missing. 4 at-bats, 4 first-pitch strikes from Tyler Sloan. Very good in that department so far today. But that only tells part of the story when it's all said and done. You're not going to win an award for first-pitch strikes. Or just what you do in one portion of the season. If so, Mike Tomlin would have a Super Bowl for the first half of the 2020 NFL season. Then on a random Monday night, they lost. And from there, Big Ben cried with Marquise Pouncey as the Browns beat him. It was a glorious day in COVID. Glorious day. We're not getting back there anytime soon. Sloan back at it. The 0-2. Again, fouled off by Brosmer. A really good first game of this tournament for the Jasper Reds, especially for Brosmer. Only 4 hits in that game against the Grays, but Brosmer had 2 of them. 3 RBIs in total, 3 total bases. On top of that was hit and walked. One of the best players on this roster statistically at this tournament. Wouldn't be surprised to see him on all-tournament team when it's all said and done. Again, the 0-2. Brosmer pops it foul. And out of play. I really did think that one was going to hit the top awning. Haven't heard that loud bang quite yet today. But I'm sure we will hear it time and time again. It's the Munson experience, we'll say. This will be the 14th pitch of the inning from Tyler Sloan. And he did go. The inning is over. First strikeout of the game for Tyler Sloan, retires the side. And one of the only times this tournament, Braxton Brosmer, has been taken out of the game before reaching first. To the second we go. We're scoreless at Munson.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. A good matchup so far. We're scoreless, but both teams have a base hit. Luke Ickes began the game with a leadoff single in the top of the first, which then Matt draws like one-ups, just beating Ickes in the left center field gap for a double with two away in the bottom of the inning. And then Bender steps in. He'll ground this one over towards third as it will run foul. Bender, the now graduate of Revere High School, is heading off to Akron in the fall after a really good senior season, batting .400 for Coach Jason Cottrell, who is back in the third base coaching box today, or in this case, back talking to the Jasper Reds coaching staff on the third base side. But was not here yesterday, steps back in today, and his team 2-0. And I'm sure he's hoping for a more convincing game than Thursday night and a little less heart palpitations with it, too. I think that's a desirable thing. Could be. I'm known to be wrong on these things, but if we're talking about the Brooklyn Grays, they welcomed it and they played with it quite well. But that was a magical moment for them. The first thing, I believe it would be their kind of director said to me, "Where's New York, New York?" They wanted it again. They've been loving this tournament. The 2-1, Bippis finds the zone again. But Andon Bender has been a player for a number of years who's been on our radar. We've seen him play at Revere a couple of times. We've seen him play for the H24 Longhorns. And, of course, before that, we knew of his track record with the Canes. The 2-2, Bender shoots this one into right center field and gets it down for a leadoff base hit. One of the youngest players on this roster, but he more than carries his weight game in, game out. Now it turns to Brady Rallison, the third baseman. The redshirt sophomore at Walsh comes to this team by way of Green High School, but of course did a small stint at the Ohio State University a few years back. A lot of those key Federal League guys went D1 after the 2024 season, or could have in the case of Jackson Bulls. But the competition out of the Federal League is just so good every single year. And we saw the might of Hoover against Alliance. They kind of threw a makeshift team. They were up on Alliance after the first inning. They pulled all their starters. They had them bat once. Andes went yard. Zarco went yard, and they said, yeah, we're done. And they won the game 4-0 in what was the worst game of the season because we had only scoring in the first. We had 3 home runs. That was it. All in one inning. It was raining. It was miserable, but it was senior night. Alliance had to get it in. I do recommend watching that first inning back, though, when you have time. Otherwise, no. And we benefit from all the views, but not a worthwhile watch, in my opinion. There weren't even really any strikeouts either in that game, come to think of it. Alliance had to play a playoff game the next day. Hoover was still getting ready for what ended up being a great playoff run, but again, the Federal League, it dominates Stark County all the way around, and we saw what McKinley could do across the board. The 3-0, wide for ball 4. And I want to bring up this point because it was just so impressive when I saw it. Star Sports coverage reported, I believe, in April, that McKinley was undefeated in the Major 3 sports in Federal League play up until like April 10th, meaning they swept football and they swept basketball. Yeah, one of their players who went to a prep school was an ESPN 4-star for basketball. So, again, It's the might of McKinley in the Federal League. And oh, by the way, the Browns tight end Harold Fannin, he comes from McKinley too. First pitch is sliced off the plate for ball one, yet another former Revere player. That's how this organization was built up. You go back a few years, Ange Levac, a part of this group, played for Revere back in the day. And now the next generation of Minutemen have taken the jump with their high school coach to the collegiate level and have been one of the best stories over the past 2 seasons. You look at 2024 as time is called here by the Reds. They, in all likelihood, should not have made the WRCL tournament. I think you added a 5th seed, correct, John?
Yeah, so we had 1 team drop.
Because the team dropped. So we went to a 5-team bracket. They were the 5 seed but hosted. They won, then had to go play the number 1 seed Stark County Terriers. They won that game. Ange Levac drove in the winning run. Then they go and pounce Premier by 20-plus runs because Premier ran out of pitching. And our good old friend Jeremy Patchett had to go in and throw. His dad will tell you, he'll tell you even, he is not a pitcher, but he can hit the baseball quite well. They won it, I think, 23-1 or something like that. Then in year number 2, they make it here, I think as the last team out of the WRCL in 2025. They win pool play, they're in the championship game, and they lose a heartbreaker to Ty Dennison and the Stark County Terriers. They just couldn't break down Ty. That was all it was. And now they're back here in 2026, once again making it to the semifinals. The 2-0 swing and a miss. The pep talk helping at least for now, as Will Bippish tries to battle back against Jeff Seiss. This past season batted a .178 in 22 games for the Cardinals. The 2-1 Seiss takes it the other way towards right field, just sneaks it through for a base hit, and they will hold up the lead runner at third. Coach Cottrell let it go as long as he could. In the end, tells Anton to stay tight. Bases juice, none down for Aiden Makito. And he drove in plenty of runs yesterday for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. He looks to do it again. And if the Mountaineer Lumber Company does win this game, their reward, I feel like it's a punishment. The Stark County Terriers in the semifinals. But Makito yesterday, he was our player of the game. 4 RBIs, 2 for 2. Reached all 3 times as his middle at-bat was a walk. We've already talked about a couple of guys who are probably going to be on all-tournament team. Are we going to say Aiden Makito is probably already there based on his performances? I kind of think he's well on his way to making it happen, barring a catastrophic change to his form. The 0-1, he will piece it into right field. He stays hot. His 5th RBI of the last 2 days, and now his 6th. The Lumber Company strikes first. It's 2-0 MLC in the top of the 2nd inning. What a tournament for Aiden Makito. 3 hits in the last 2 games. Now 6 RBIs. Is he the hottest bat in Canton? He might be. And that'll keep runners at the corners. Still none down as well this inning. Keep that in mind. It'll turn to Grayson Bischoff as there is ball 1. He is the other recent high school grad in this rotation, batting in the 9th spot. Out of Kenston High School, of course, was a state champion with Kenston during his freshman season in 2023. The 1-0 taken for a strike, and I know that because, well, we saw that Kenston team on Holy Name Broadcasting absolutely trounce the Namers after Nick Nemeth just had the audacity to hit an RBI double and got hosed going to third. Thanks, Nick. The 1-1 wide for ball 2. And it also didn't help out that his now MLC teammate Jaden Hurd / Jaden Guerrera, I believe, pinged their pitcher who was batting in the head on a line drive. He turned around and had the best game of his career. I don't even think we had a base runner after that. Hurd line drives it right to his head. Georgiou's fine somehow and shuts us down. But Bischoff, a part of that team as a youngster, and now he is the last to graduate from that team. 2-2 pitch low for ball 3. We are full. But we did get to see Kenston this season, and I think the Kenston fans want me to forget about that game's existence. They may or may not have given up a 10-run lead in that game. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, 1 down. I think that game ended 13-10 or 13-11. I forget exactly what the final score was, but Holy Name was down in the dumps early, and somehow they won. I still can't explain that one. It was just such an anomaly. But it's the beauty of baseball. You never know what's going to happen in any given game. Now back to the top we go with Luke Ickes. Sheets keeps it just close enough. Not a bad stop for the sophomore out of IU Columbus. Bippus up to 39 pitches on the day. This will be number 40. And it's ball 2. Looking at this defensive set, Bippus is on the mound. Sheets is behind the plate. Drozdek is at first. Kiefer second. Brosmer is at short. Longvinoff is at third. Warnick's in left. Minton is in center, and Christie is in right to set up the defense for the Jasper Reds. The 2-0 Ickes fouls it off. He looks a lot more comfortable in the batter's box today. I felt like he was a little anxious, so to speak, kind of doing too much on each of his at-bats, and that's why he struggled. Today, that single on the 3-1 pitch, it appears his confidence is back. He's playing a lot freer. And again, another good cuts. Was it a tomahawk swing? I think he sliced down on that one. I think he's the only player that we've seen do that this summer, but he's done it twice now. Now, if it works out, more power to him. Still time for that to be the case. The 2-2, Ickes plays this one into right field. That'll bring in one. Ickes is 2 for 2 on the day. Make it 3-0 Lumber Company. Again, he is playing a lot freer with a lot less pressure behind him, and he is playing so much better. This is the Luke Ickes that Mount Union knows and loves, and the MLC is getting it at the biggest point in their season. And that'll keep runners at the corners as well. Bring in Will Tagan. Tagan, he'll pop this one out of play and into the lower bowl. Over on Munson 2, we do not have any NABF World Series games until 5, as there is a doubleheader there. I believe the Whitecaps are playing somebody in the 965 beginning at 10:45. The 0-1 Ickes takes off for a second, throw down 2 seconds, and he's going to get in a rundown. And now they're going to throw back to third base here. The runner's going to come home, and he is going to score. My goodness, it somehow worked out. No clue how it did, but it's 4-0. Nicely done by Luke Ickes. He pulls up at the right time, forces the run down just long enough, and somehow, some way, he is still safe. I mean, that was a sacrifice. He was the sacrifice right here. He was never supposed to stay in. They throw back to third. They throw home, and you can see that ball just skips away at the wrong time. What a start for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. 1-1 inside for ball 2. If they win, once again, they do not really get rewarded. They have the Stark County Terriers to play. That is far from a first prize reward. The 2-1, Tagan will drive this one into center field. It is a routine catch for out number 2. Ickes will stay put at second, as that'll bring in Braden Clark. In the home half of the inning, Minton, Sheets, Christie, 5, 6, and 7 coming up. But as for Tyler Sloan, he is getting plenty of run support to make his life a lot easier, as it's already a 4-0 ball game. Clark takes this one the other way to left field. It's down for another base hit. Ickes will score from second. It's an RBI single for Braden Clark. Make it 5-0 Mountaineer Lumber Company, as he lets his dugout know. This is the best offense that we have seen from them all tournaments, by far. Hitting around against the other best team in this pod, they have looked unstoppable. And as of right now, they may just be unstoppable, as there's strike 1 in the meantime. Who saw this coming in our opener? Missioner fouls this one back. If you would have told me 5-0 at this point, I wouldn't have believed it. Or at any point. I expected this to be one of the closest games of the tournament. But as of right now, that's not the case. The 0-2 Missener flies it foul. So we will try it again. Game 1 of 5 today at Thurman Munson Stadium. Again, the 0-2. This time it's off the plate, and you have to begin wondering, will Bippus be in the game for the third inning? He's up to, I believe, 52 pitches. So this will be his 53rd. And it's off the plates. Averaging over 25 pitches an inning. This team is running out of pitching. That's the only issue with this group. You have now 12 players. You've thrown a couple of guys that can no longer come back in. The arms are running thin. That's the only issue I have with this team. The 2-2, Missener flies this one into left center field. It's another routine play, and the inning is over. Drops right in the breadbasket for Minton, but the damage has been done. The Lumber Company bats 9, plating 5 in the second. To the bottom of the frame we go. Jasper, they have some work to do when we return to Thurman Munson Stadium.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's a hot start for the Mountaineer Lumber Company, up 5-0 in the bottom of the second inning over the Jasper Reds. For the Reds, Minton, Sheets, Christie, 5, 6, and 7 coming up this inning as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with the WRCL. Tyler Sloan gets back to work, missing for ball 1. Expanding his season stats for Slippery Rock as a freshman. 15 2/3 innings work, 8 runs allowed, 5 of which were earned, 5 walks, 16 punch-outs, a 2.87 ERA, 3-0 record, and 8 appearances. Good work for Tyler Sloan as a PO. That's his role, one of the best at it on this roster. But you look at this team, they have pitching out the wazoo. That'll help them in this tournaments. The 1-1. Take it for strike 2. I feel like this team was built to be a tournament team that plays in a league. That's what makes it so special. You have great pitchers across the board. They'll have probably 4 starters available for the next 2 games because of how well they've managed their arms so far. Sloan's 1-2. Just misses a little high in. But you think about it, George can come out of the bullpen in relief as he only threw 2 innings. So you have only 1 pitcher in pain, and probably Slice 2, who are on the shelf. Sloan's 2-2, fouled away. So we will do it again. Minton yesterday hit a 3-run homer in game number 2 against the B2 Bulls. It was a pivotal home run. It was huge at that point in the game. Without it, it would have ended 1-0, so a lot less comfortable. Again, the 2-2. No doubt about it. It's strike 3. 1 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Sloan. Up to 2 on the day. With 1 down, Aiden Sheets will step in, the catcher. Listed at 6 foot 180. But for Jasper, this team needs to find someone who can step up. They have a lot of great players. This team is talented, and talking to Coach, he said this is one of the best teams that they have had. Great group of guys. They're not selfish. They're playing for the team, not for the individual. But they need that team spirit to really show up in a big way going forward from here. As for the Lumber Company, it's the same 3 who got the rally going right back up in the 3rd. And as well, all those runs scored without an error being given up by the Reds. The 0-2 sails it high. I don't think that throw home was an error. I think it just wasn't cleanly gloved, and even if it was, I still think Ickes would have been safe. It's just better baseball right now from the Mountaineer Lumber Company. That's all it is. The winner of this game takes on the Stark County Terriers at 5 at 7:30. The loser takes on the Brooklyn Grays. Sloan back at it. The 1-2 goes towards the bottom corner. Can't get it to go. And some words of encouragement given right back from the catcher, Aiden Makito, up to 6 RBIs over the past 2 days. Don't know if he had any on Thursday night or not. The 2-2 fouled back. Looking at Sloan's pitch count, not a crazy number right now. That was pitch 25, I believe. So in a better spot than Bippus. I think you bring him out for 1 more inning. If he can get you through the 3rd, you then go to the bullpen. Big if, though, against this Mountaineer Lumber Company offense. Ooh. Really good pitch from Sloan, not getting the nod. We're full 3-2. I think just a little bit low is the decision. After Sheets, it goes to Cage Christie. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sloan's payoff pitch. Again, fouled away. By far the longest at-bat of the day for any Jasper Red. We'll see how much longer they can hold this up. 1 hit so far today, that being the double from Matt Droslek. 3 balls, 2 strikes, still the counts. Once again, payoff pitch. Ground ball over towards Bender at short. His throw to 1 is on the money. 2 up, 2 down. Second out recorded today by Andon Bender at shortstop. The first was a line drive back in the 1st inning. So now Cage Christie steps in, the right fielder. Comes to this group by way of Wabash. 5-0 Mountaineer Lumber Company, bottom of the 2nd inning. A strong start for them that they look to make even stronger as the day goes on. Christie fouls this one back. 0-1 counts. These are the first runs that Jasper has given up all tournaments. 15-0 yesterday. They were outstanding. Today, 5 runs in the hole already. Big difference. The 0-1 just high. Again, just to go through who is left. Oh, and I forgot about Jacoby Engelhard, too. Sorry, Jacoby. Another Mount Ian Purple Raider, but he also is still available, I believe, for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. The depth just continues to impress. The 1-1 high and in. So realistically, I mean, you could also have Philip Garcia potentially, but Ickes, Engelhard, Guerrera, the other McGeorge, even Luke can still pitch. Keegan. So what, 6 arms still available? At least. And I'm sure we're missing somebody. If Garcia is eligible, he would be a 7th. Kai Close, if he's available, that'd be 8 arms. Still a chance that Kai Close, considering how well he pitched this past season for Charleston, is in line to start the next game. Just depends on how they've budgeted their pitching. The 3-1. Back in there, we're full. I give this coaching staff so much credit for building the roster the way they did. There's a reason why the MLC and the Terriers are the top 2 teams in the WRCL. It's their pitching depth. Sloan's payoff pitch. Ground ball over towards Rollison at third. Throw to first in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning. 5 runs at the top, 1-2-3 at the bottom. An overall outstanding inning for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. They take the 5-0 lead into the third.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Five 0 Mountaineer Lumber Company, your score as we enter the top of the third inning. A strong start to day number 3 at the 2026 NABF Collegiate World Series. First pitch, a called strike to Andon Bender. The shortstop 1 for 1 today with a base hit to lead off the top of the second inning. He's been good so far as well. 2 putouts at shorts. Bender gets a hold of this one. Fly ball sent towards left center field. But a routine fly out when it's all said and done. 1 up, 1 down despite the good fly. So back-to-back flyouts going to center field for the Lumber Company dating back to the second inning. Now it turns to Brady Rollison. Rollison, he walked his first time up. And I'm sure he just wants to get back on base. If not, show his power. But for Will Bippus, getting near that 60 pitch count, as I said before, get him through the third inning. If he's still eligible, throw him for the fourth. Just go inning by inning with him. Rollison, line drive towards right center. It's down for a base hit. Rollison will reach for the second time today, getting his first base knock. Once again, it is the pedigree of the Federal League showing up and showing out for this longtime 3-3-0 resident. And star for that matter. So now Jeffrey Seiss will step in for the second time. He singled his first time up. A nice swing, just kind of lofting over the infield, getting into very shallow right field. This time, he'll line it into left field, and it's going to get down. He has a hit on both ends of the spectrum, in right and in left. 2 on, 1 down for Aiden Makito. This is nightmare fuel for the Jasper Reds. The strongest hitter arguably at this tournament RBI-wise, stepping in with 2 ducks on the pond. But Jeff Seiss, he has really stepped it up today. I'm impressed with how well he has played. Small sample, yes, but he's looked good. 2 really good swings. But this team, they're not winning the game based on power. All of their hits today have been singles. The only hit for the Reds has been a double, but they haven't scored. That's why I like station-to-station baseball. And again, the brand of baseball the Mountaineer Lumber Company plays is one of the best in this tournament. It's a really good group. A lot of guys who have played against each other locally now, playing on the same team, they understand their own strengths and weaknesses that way. That's why I like rosters that incorporate rivals. Of course, you're gunning for them during the actual season, but then you know their strengths and weaknesses, and you know how to best help them out as a teammate. The 2-0. Makito gets jammed up, pops it towards right center field, and it is going to be dropped. Throw to second. In time, they'll split up the runners. It's a fielder's choice for out number 2. That is also, I guess, an E8. That's a unfortunate one. But no harm, no foul, as Bischoff will step in. It's not great, but it could have been a lot worse for the Jasper Reds considering who was in the batter's box. I think fielder's choice is something you'll take. Now it goes to Bischoff. He'll ground this one over towards third. Throw over 2-1, just in time to end the inning. The Reds get out of the jam. Great defense by this team. Longvinov closes out the frame in style as we head to the home half of the third. Score remains 5-0 MLC.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Thurman Munson Stadium, bottom of the third inning. Score remains 5-0 MLC as you are watching the NABF Collegiate World Series on SmeeSports. Pool play game 1 of 3 today before we officially turn to the business end of this tournament with the 2 semifinals to close out the nights. Still a long way away from getting to that point. Sloan's first pitch sent into center field for Ickes. He's there, 1 up, 1 down. Nice routine play for Ick out in center. Jackson Bauer, the DH, will step in for the first time. Wearing number 12, he comes to this group by way of Vincennes University. Sloan up to 35 pitches. I would say about 30 south of where Bippus is for the Reds, albeit, of course, he has already thrown everything that he is going to throw in the third. So a slightly unfair comparison, but still, Sloan light years behind him, which in this case, the statement light years behind is a positive thing to say. Most cases, it would be a pretty big negative. One of the rare exceptions to that rule. Sloan off the plate for ball 2. For Lumber Company, they go back to the top of their order in the fourth inning. Ickes, Tagan, Clark. Up 5 already. They want more of a lead. They want to show their might, and they want to show this tournament that they mean business, and they're here to win it all. The 2-0 fouled back. If they dominate this game, and again, there is a run rule, 8-run lead after 6. If they can get that, that is a warning shot directed at the Stark County Terriers. And, of course, the Brooklyn Grays, too. Sloan's 2-1 high for ball 3. For our last game of pool play, it is the Brooklyn Grays' Josh team. I think they are either going bullpen game or one of their back-end starters, because why waste an arm? It's a quote-unquote nothing game. Every baseball game has meaning, with that one, the bracket's decided. The 3-1, swing and a miss, full count, 3-2. That's the nice thing. We will know who will be playing in the semifinals by probably noon today, so we'll have 5 hours knowing. We'll know exactly who's going where. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sloan's payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, 2 down. Third strikeout of the game for Tyler Sloan. And we go back to the top of the order with Dylan Warnick. He has been on fire, taking care of business against the Jasper Reds. Going back to the run rule. If you can go through yet another game with one pitcher, you have almost a bullpen and a full starting staff worth of pitching to use in your final 2 games. You'll have the 5 or 6 pitchers of choice to make it happen. If they get to that point, it is going to be tough to beat them. From there, you might force Dennison to have to pitch today, which he still might start for them in that game. It's just too big of a game for him not to. But we'll see what they opt to do. The 1-0 connects for strike one. It also brings up the question, who do they have left? If they can get away with not throwing him, great, but you might have to win. The 1-1 fly ball sent towards left field, and this one is going to get down. Second base hit of the game for the Jasper Reds, as Warnick has a 2-out base hit. Both hits today for Jasper have come with 2 down, as now Art Longvinov steps in. As well, the only base runners today for Jasper have been on hits. No free passes as of yet for Tyler Sloan. I also wouldn't be surprised to see Dennison maybe pitch the 7th inning if it's a 1-run lead for the Terriers and you need a closer. He'll come in and do that. Just so many different scenarios that we're getting way ahead of ourselves for that game. It depends on how they feel they match up against this team, which I'm sure they will be watching this one back with vested interest. I'm sure they'll also try to go and see what went right on Thursday night and try to replicate it again. This is where that film comes in clutch. If you play on Munson 1, your film is out there. You can look at it, and your opponent may be able to get a few ideas from it too. Now, baseball film not as important as basketball and football, but if you can catch up to mechanics, potentially as a group, that could be helpful. Tendencies as well. Sloan's 2-0 high and in. And just as I said, he has not given up a free pass. He is 1 ball away from doing just that. It's always the worst timing for those stats. It's going to be a ball 4, isn't it? Okay, the jinx is not in effect yet, at least. We're alive for now. Count 3-1. If I'm Longvinov, I'm thinking this is the best pitch I'm going to see. If it's close, drive it. And he will do just that. Fly ball sent to left field and down for extra bases. Longvinov is off to the races. He will touch and go from 2. He holds up in the end, but that'll drive in a run. It's an RBI double for Art Longvinov. And just like that, Jasper is on the board. What did I say moments ago? The 3-1's the best pitch. Drive it. It's poetry in motion from Longvinov. What a swing. Just lofting it over Jeff Seiss. He had no chance to get there. Third hit of the game for the Jasper Reds. This one the biggest. I'm also happy that I didn't jinx Tyler Sloan into giving up a walk. I thought I did for a few moments there. It would have made sense. Now Drozek steps in. He doubled his first time up. First pitch high and out for ball one. Beautiful morning for baseball at Thurman Munson Stadium. 1 of 5 today. Up next, it is the Brooklyn Grays taking on the B2 Bulls to close out this pod. Sloan's 1-0. Nice pick behind the plates. I do think the overall schedule worked out perfectly with the games being played the way they were. That way we do know who's playing where well early enough that it's not, hey, come sit around and wait. You might be in. You might be playing at 5, maybe 7:30. No. You know exactly when you are playing. And that is, of course, half the battle. The 2-0 grounded foul as Coach nearly stumbles out of the way. Credit to him. His happy feet did keep him upright. Really the first time today that Tyler Sloan has struggled, and one of the first times this tournament that we have seen a heavy struggle from this MLC pitching staff, albeit they did give up a run in the first 5 pitches of the overall tournament. Sloan's 2-1. Goes for the top corner, can't get it. Count 3-1. Same thing for Drozek. Just like Longvinov. If it's a good pitch, drive it. The 3-1 is going to be the best pitch that you see this at bat. Make something happen with it. Instead, it's ball 4, and there is the first free pass surrendered by Tyler Sloan. 2 on, 2 down for Brosmer. Is this where the MLC starts to think about settling down Sloan? Up to 54 pitches, so now he is not too far away from Bippus. So all of a sudden that pitching depth seems less than convincing, especially if the game continues along this path. Brosmer one big swing away from really changing the trajectory of this game. Can he make something happen? Yes, he can. He drives it into center field. Coming home. Nope. Long enough will stay put at third. Bases loaded for Bryce Minton. He is the tying run, and he already has 1 home run in this tournament. Can he do it again? Time now called by Coach Cottrell. He is quickly going to have a word with Tyler Sloan. You just need a way to settle him down right here. Everything was going so well, and then one swing. Longvinov with 2 down. That brought in a run. 3 of the 4 at-bats this second go-round have resulted in hits. The exception, a walk to Drozek. Coach Cottrell, seemingly content, will go and make his way back to the dugouts. But Sloan has some work to do. And apparently so does a train that is somewhere near us. Not as obnoxious as the one right by Lakewood High School. It's close, but not as bad. All right, Bryce Minton. Is it Groundhog Day? Can he do it again? Good swing, drives it right to center field. Badikis is there. Had the right idea, but a routine flyout closes out the inning, straining the bases loaded. The Reds drive in one courtesy of Art Longvinov's RBI double. To the 4th we go. 5-1 your score. The Mountaineer Lumber Company still up 4 here on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the fourth we go at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. The Reds get one back, now 5-1 your score, as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with the WRCL. Beautiful day, beautiful morning, as expected. We got lucky so far in this tournament. I will say that. Most tournaments, you look at last week, we had smoke to deal with from Canada, along with severe storms. First 3 days, pristine conditions. Ickes flies this one deep to left field, and it is going to get down to the gap for extra bases. Ickes is now 3 for 3 on the day, and this will be his first extra base knock. And a perfect knock it was. This is what Luke Ickes does. He's playing with so much more confidence. I've said it, but still, he looks free out there. He looks like he's having fun. That's the key thing about baseball. I feel like players play their best when they're having fun. Of course, pros, they go out there, make a lot of money. But at this level, if you're not having fun, you're probably not performing all that well. If you're going out there and having fun, that's when the good results happen. Ickes playing freely. Now a fly ball sent towards center field and caught for out number 1. Not a bad swing from Will Tagan, but directly to the center fielder. Second time he has done that. All these fly balls to center field are telling me that these guys are right on the baseball. They're barreling it up quite well. They have the right idea, good swing, good approach, good everything. They just need a little bit more behind it or better placement. But it's good to see that from both teams. They both are in the right headspace. And again, Clark flies this one deep to center field, and it will be caught for out number 2. In the meantime, Ickes, he will take third. So a productive fly out for Braden Clark, but back-to-back flyouts to deep center. Once again, they're on it. The swings are right there where they need to be. Now a chance for Josh Missener to drive in Luke Ickes from third. In the bottom of the inning, Sheets, Christie, Kiefer, 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Time locally, 10:40 a.m. on this final Saturday in July. And I think the Reds were appealing if Ickes left early or not. I don't think he left early. I think he timed it up well. But can Josh Missener drive him in? First pitch just on the edge of the chalk. For Bippis, 68 pitches. He has really made things a lot quicker after a slow start. The 1-0 wide for ball 2. Now you think he might be able to get you a few more innings. I think at this point as well, this is his last outing. As long as he's saying, Coach, I'm good, and not saying, Coach, I need ibuprofen, he will be pitching. Even if so, coach might say, here it is. The 2-0, missing or take strike one. Josh comes to this team as a rising junior via the Akron Club baseball team out of Copley High School. A lot of talent on that club team. The 2-1 again, just wide for ball three. One of our former namers and Mikey Torzidlo on that team earned all-region honors as a freshman. Shout out Mikey Torzidlo playing shortstop for the Club Zips. The 3-1. Wow, underneath it. Pops up behind the plates. And out of play it goes. As well, one of my other old teammates plays for that team as well, and Colin Lofgren. So two of my former teammates in baseball play for that Akron team. I just realized that. That's interesting. And, of course, I'm going to brag about having a teammate who plays for Ohio State and pitches in the form of Jude Fisher. He was a fun player to play with. Here's the payoff pitch. Again, missing or flies it foul. On this Mountaineer Lumber Company team, one former teammate, two people that I guess kind of on the same area. Jaden would be the iffy one. We were in the program at the same time, never played on the same team, but the one teammate I have on this Lumber Company team from the past, Austin Payne. Here's the payoff pitch. This one a good swing, but popped towards left field. And the inning will be over. So Ickes is stranded at third as the Reds get out of the jam. Middle of 4 at Thurman Munson. Score remains 5-0 Lumber Company.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Score remains 5-1 Mountaineer as we enter the bottom of the fourth inning. A beautiful morning for baseball at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium in Canton as you are watching the NABF Collegiate World Series on SmeeSports in partnership with the WRCL. Sloan back in the saddle for this defense, looking to get a quicker inning this time around. Fly ball sent towards right center field, and it will get down to the gap for extra bases to begin the inning. Sheets is cruising into second base. He's thinking three. He's on his way, and he is going to slide on in. It's a lead-off triple for the catcher. What a swing to begin the inning. They left the bases loaded the last time around. The Reds, they are not playing around this time. Just lofted it perfectly. And from there, just no contest from the outfield. Sheets had it in his mind from the rip that he was getting on three, and he got there. Good grit and determination from him. Now it turns to Cage Christie. He will bunt. He gets it down. Sloan, he'll look back the runner, throw to first. It is not going to happen. Put him at the corner. It's just a bunt single for Cage Christie. Now Talon Kiefer has runners at the corners, none down. This is the perfect start for the Jasper Reds. And I'm sure the fans watching back home in Jasper are quite pleased with how this inning has started. I think they also understand there is still plenty of baseball left to play, even if they don't get everything back here. But they are more than on the right track. First pitch, Kiefer takes low for ball one. But you can just tell, based on the fans who made the trip out here, it's a great community, not just in the locker room / clubhouse, but also with the fan base around the Jasper Reds. Just a great group of people all together. Runner from first goes. Kiefer flies this ball deep to right field. But it will be caught for out number one. And it's an easy tag up from third. Now 5-2. A productive out for Kiefer. And importantly, Christie able to get back to first base after his steal attempt. So now a 3-run game. The Reds chipping away at the deficit. Now bringing in Jackson Bauer, the DH. As of right now, no action in the bullpen for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. But that could change if the Reds get a few more runs on the board. Throw back to first, not in time. Setting this defense, it's Sloan on the mound, Makito behind the plate, Clark at first, Bischoff at second, Bender at short, Rollison at third, Slice in left, Ickes in center, Tagan in right. Strong defensive lineup today for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Swing and a miss to begin from Bauer. Again, this team is one player light down to 12 players due to injury. But they are battling with the force of an entire state. Representing Indiana quite well. The 0-1 Bauer underneath it, skies it fouling out of here. And off the roof. And a couple of extra cinematic rolls for our enjoyment. I feel like it's a cartoon when something falls. You hear the initial crash, and then it just keeps rolling down the stairs. That's what the baseball sounds like on the roof. Count 0-2 on Bauer. Slow misses high and in. He has been very good with the first pitch strikes today. We've talked about it quite a bit. Whenever he does have those first pitch strikes, he tends to be better. But even on some 2-strike counts, this offense of the Reds has been able to catch up. Runner goes, pitch inside, and it will get to the backstop. Is he thinking 3? He is. But Christie in the end holds up and will stay at second. I just don't think he was expecting that ball to sneak away from Makito. And now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slowing up to 64 pitches. After Bauer, it is the top of the order. The 2-2 again high and in. From 0-2 to a full count. If Bauer gets on, the tying run once again would step in the form of Dylan Warnick, one of the best players on this roster this tournament, and the winning pitcher from their game before this. Payoff pitch, Bauer stays alive. We will do it again. You do have to wonder who the MLC have available. The only sub listed was Ethan Green, who is not a pitcher. Unless he just didn't list his pitching. If that's all he has, it's probably Ickes. My best guess. Payoff pitch, again foul. And in that case, I guess you probably put Tagan or Slice in center, move Clark to a corner, and put Green in the game at first. That's probably what you'd do. If that, of course, is the move. I could be way off on it. But that would be my guess based on how this game has gone. Long pause. Full count 3-2 still. And again, it's fouled off. A really late swing. But I think Bowers saw the writing on the wall. No shame about it. He noticed it was a strike. Stays alive. He'll try it at least one more time. Can Sloan finish the at-bats? Bauer does instead. Fly ball to right. It is going to bounce in, and it's over Ickes' head. That'll drive in Christie from second. Bauer will replace him at second. We have a new ball game. It's 5-3. An RBI double for the DH in the 9th spot. What an inning for Jasper. Their tying run steps into the batter's box. Makito will go and talk to his pitcher. Something flipped for these Jasper Reds. I don't know exactly what it is, but their brand of baseball, just like the Mountaineer Lumber Company, it's excellent. They know how to get results. They have all season. This is a team who's 14-1. They don't do a whole lot of losing in Jasper, Indiana. Don't know if that is even a word in their Webster's dictionary. For their sake today, I hope not. All eyes on Dylan Warnick. And he gets hit. How about it? Tying run stands at first for Art Longanov, who already has an RBI double in this game. Can he do it again? Once again, going back to it. Unless they don't have anybody who can warm up, I'm surprised that we haven't seen it. Coach Cottrell will go and talk to Sloan. Is this where you make the change? We'll see. I don't think so. But if we do see Coach Cottrell once again come out to the mound this inning, we will know it is the farewell tour for Tyler Sloan. 2 on, 1 down for Art Longvanov. Representing Russia. His last collegiate season hit .402 in 37 games for Brescia. And Longvanov gets hit. Back-to-back hard 90s. The bases are loaded. I think you have to make the change here. This inning has gone triple, bunt single, sac fly, double, hit by a pitch, hit by a pitch. If Drozlik puts this ball on the ground anywhere in the outfield, of course, besides just the really close edge, we're tied. Sloan has to work out of this. He needs a double play ball. Or a play at the plate or something. But the Reds are right where they want to be, back in it. First pitch wide for ball 1. And I will say this with 100% certainty. If this is a hit by a pitch, he's out. I just don't think there is any way back from that. But we'll see. 1-0 count on Drozlik. A double and a walk so far today for the first baseman. Underneath this one, pops it up over towards right field. And it is going to get down foul. Splits everybody up. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Coming up in the 5th for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Bender, Rolison, Seiss. 5 through 7. And I think now there might be some action. I think Missener's going down. Sloan's 1-1. Great take from Matt Drozlik. Really thought about it. That's one that'll fire up the crowd. That's a big one. You need those takes. You need to make sure you give nothing extra to Tyler Sloan. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Sloan back to work. Hits the inside edge. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. But indeed, as expected, Josh Missener is warming up for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Sloan takes his time before the 2-2. Did he go? They will appeal. The answer is no. He held up. 2 massive holds this at-bat from Drozlik. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. A ball brings the Reds back within 1. Sloan needs to find a way out of this. Here comes the payoff pitch. Low for ball 4. It's a 1-run game. The tying run now stands at third. The go-ahead run, after going down 5-0 early, stands in scoring position for the Jasper Reds. You can never count this team out, can you? One of the best teams to begin the tournament, and as I said, are they a new favorite? They easily could be. And they are playing like it right here. What can Braxton Brosmer do? 1 for 2 today. First pitch taken off the plate for ball 1. In all likelihood, barring a good outing in this at-bat for Sloan, his day ends here. If especially it is tied. It'll definitely be a difficult conversation either way. Sloan's 1-0 pitch, grounded off towards the left side, bobbled, throw to 1. It is in time. They got him for out number 2. But it won't matter. We're tied. An excellent drive from Brosmer. Does just enough to get it through. No contest at home. And we have ourselves a new ball game. Go-ahead run stands 90 feet away for Bryce Minton. This is redemption. This is his opportunity for redemption. Can he make it happen? First pitch high and in for ball 1. Sloan up to 79 pitches. I think because they got an out there, that's the reason why he's still in the game. But I do think that we will see Missener in the 5th. I think we should. The 1-0 driven right up the middle. The Jasper Reds take the lead. 1 run will score. It's an RBI base knock for Bryce Minton. How about it for Jasper? Down 5 in the 2nd. They rally back and will lead it entering the 5th. Time now called by the Lumber Company, and they are going to their bullpen. What a turnaround for Jasper. This is now their game to lose. And when we return, there will be a new noodle on the bump for the Mountaineer Lumber Company in Canton.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Josh Missener is ready to go for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. 6'5", a 5 spot for the Jasper Reds. They are well and truly back in this game and now in the driver's seat for the first time today. What a turnaround. Out of nowhere, they make a roaring comeback, and they have runners at the corners, 2 down. More opportunities as Missener's first pitch is low for ball 1. Sloan had a good start to the outing, just lost it at the end, and has his team in a slight hole. Runner from first goes, pitch is low, throw down to second is not in time. Definitely was close, but not close enough. So a 2-0 counts. And we are back to where we began this inning with Aiden Sheets. He tripled in the leadoff spot. That time thought about it, but he will hold up. 3 balls, no strikes with Cage Christie in the on-deck circle. If this is a walk, the bases would be loaded. And they will be. We will also have our 11th batter of the inning. What a rally for the Jasper Reds. And I think if you ask them, they are not done yet. It'll be Cage Christie stepping at a bunt single, his first time up this inning. Overall today, he is 1 for 2. Josh Missener looking to settle it down for the MLC defense, but still he looks for his first strike. 5 pitches, all balls for number 17. Bender, Rolison, Slice, 5 through 7, due up in the 5th. The 1-0, there's his first strike. I think defensively it makes sense to make this move, but I'm still at least partially surprised not to see Luke Ickes in this spot, unless he is a projected starter later on in this tournament, which he could be. Fly ball sent towards right field, and down in foul territory. Taking slides to try and get it. Couldn't get there in time, and that'll put the Reds down to their final strike of the inning. Up next after this, in the 12 o'clock game slot, it'll be the B2 Bulls taking on the Brooklyn Grays Gibson. And then at 2:30, we will see the Brooklyn Grays Josh take on Travelers to close out pool play. The 1-2, it is in the dirt. But for those just tuning in, the Lumber Company plated 5 in the second. Haven't scored since. Jasper plated 1 in the third. 5 so far in the fourth. And that 1 run in the third is the point of difference. But as things stand this inning, Minton's RBI single is the go-ahead hit. The 2-2, Christie flies it towards Munson 2. Game going on right there in the 9-6-5. So not a part of this tournament circuit. And that is as well a high school game compared to this collegiate one. Count sits at 2-2. Again, Christie fouls it off. A great battle here. If this result now holds, it'll be Jasper versus the Stark County Terriers and the Grays versus the Mountaineer Lumber Company. So a chance Ohio could be eliminated tonight if that is how the bracket works out. Who would have thought that? The 2-2, Christie pops this one up into foul territory, and it will be caught. Clark is over there to end the inning, but the damage has been done. The Reds plate 5 in the 4th. To the 5th we go. For the first time today, Jasper has the lead. 6-5 your score as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com. or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Four complete. It's Jasper on top, 6-5 over the Mountaineer Lumber Company. As you ever watching the National Amateur Baseball Federation Collegiate World Series on SmeeSports in partnership with the WRCL. What a turnaround for the Jasper Reds. They played 5 in the fourth, and they flipped this game on its head. Andon Bender, Brady Rolison, Jeff Slice in for the third time today. Leading off an inning for the third time today. Bender shoots it deep to left field, but it's tracked down. No, just over the left fielder's head. Bender touches second. He'll go to third, and he is going to cruise on in. I'll have to watch that one back to see what happened. I thought it was a routine fly, and then it just carried a little bit more. Leadoff triple for Andon Bender. Now 2 for 3 on the day. 4 total bases for him. The tying run 90 feet away for Rolison. We'll see here. Oh, he just misplayed it. Had the right idea. He just missed it. But Bender now stands at third for Rolison. Can the Lumber Company tie it up that quick? First pitch taken for ball 1. If they could do it in under 5 pitches, that would be quite impressive. That was pitch 2 of the inning. And for Bippis, 76. Rolison rolls over this one, foul. So far today, Brady Rolison 1 for 1 with a single his last time up after walking his first time up. The winner of this game takes on the Stark County Terriers today at 5. The 1-1, Rolison, it's through. Just like that, we're tied. 6-6 your score. It's an RBI base knock for Brady Rolison. 2 for 2 on the day, and he comes in clutch for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Now this is more like it. We expected a back-and-forth great battle. Exactly what you would expect out of 2 teams who are fighting for first place in their respective pool. Just snuck that one through. And Rolison will stand at first as Jeff Slice steps in. This one just gets away. Throw down to second. Not in time. Rolison, the go-ahead run in scoring position now for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Now the question is for this team, if they can take the lead, how quick can they get it done? They have been quick so far this inning, working against Bippis. The 1-0, Slice pops it up. And this one is going to be caught in foul territory. 1 down. So Slice now 2 for 3 on the day, bringing in Aiden Makito. 6 RBIs across the last 2 days. Does he have another one in him here? Definitely could. Rolison has the speed if he puts this ball in a good enough spot. So far today, Makito has reached on a fielder's choice and has driven in 2 runs on an RBI base knock in the second inning. Weak dribbler this time, right in front of the mound. Throw to 1 in time for out number 2. Well, that'll move Rollison up to third. And with 2 away, Grayson Bischoff will step in for the third time, 0 for 2. In the bottom of the inning for Jasper, Kiefer, Bauer, Warnick, 8-9-1 coming up. I think pitching-wise, as I've said, we're at the point where Bippis, he'll go until he can't. Bischoff, grounder over towards third, snagged by Longvinoff, and he will get the Reds out of the inning. He keeps it 6-6 as we will flip to the home half of the fifth, all to play for in this final pool play matchup.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Six your score as we enter the bottom of the fifth inning at Thurman Munson Stadium. It's been a fun one so far. The winner of this game plays at 5 against Stark County. The loser plays against the Grays at 7:30 in the other semifinal. Last night we confirmed our Final Four of Stark County, Brooklyn Grays, Josh, the Jasper Reds, and the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Those four will be advancing. We knew that last night, courtesy of the Grays' walk-off winner over the Terriers. And after this game, we will have our bracket completely decided as to who is going to play who in the semifinals. The 1-1 bunted off towards the left side at third. Throw to one. It is high, and it's away. The Reds will have the go-ahead run in scoring position just like that on the E5. Excellent hustle all the way around to get there. It's Talon Kiefer making his way to seconds. We'll watch it back. Just a perfectly placed bunt. Forces the mistake from the crashing Rollison. Just overshot his targets. And by a good amount, too. So now it turns to Jackson Bauer, the DH. Messner needs to settle in quickly. If not, this could easily become a Jasper Red morning. And I don't think these guys below us would mind that all that much. They want to play. They want to be in at 5. They don't want to have to wait till 7:30 to play their next game. I want to swing and a miss. They did say that. They want to play at 5. And they are definitely close to making that happen. The 1-1, well high. It'll be interesting to see what the Brooklyn Grays do at 2:30. Who do they pitch? If anybody decent. Because that game is irrelevant for them. The 2-1 taken for a strike. It's a bold one, but do you just play all your backups for that game? put in your second team, give those guys some reps, and save your first team for a later game tonight against the Mountaineer Lumber Company, potentially, or Jasper. Depends on how this one finishes. The 2-2, swing and a miss. One down. First strikeout today for Josh Missener. Just to make it clear, this game cannot end in a tie. We found that out the hard way last night with a game going 9 innings. And as of right now, it does not look like we are going to begin on time for our next game. That could change, but we might have some delayed starts today as this game is running long. Ground ball over towards second. Cleanly picked and cleanly thrown over. 2 down, a nice play by Bischoff. Or that's, 2 down. As that'll put the go-ahead run within 90 feet. And back to the top of the order we go with Dylan Warnick. Can Warnick be the hero? Line out single hit by a pitch so far today. The Reds looking to make it 7-6. What an opportunity this is. They allowed a run in the top of the inning. Can they get it right back? Warnick takes strike one. Missener perfectly places it on the inside portion of the strike zone. For the Lumber Company, it's the top of their order coming back up in the 6th. The 0-1 ground ball through in right field. Dylan Warnick restores the Jasper Red advantage. 7-6 Reds. What a swing from Dylan Warnick. Just got it past Clark at first. Really had nowhere else to miss. The Reds are not going down quietly. They want to win this one with all the ruckus possible. A really nice hit. And now we continue. First pitch high for ball one. He draws like stepping in. Actually, that was long enough, so apologies there, but still a perfect swing from him. He gets it done. For Drozlak, this is his time to shine again. As there is strike one. Two walks and a double so far today. Messenger's 1-1. Drozlak takes it into left center field. The hit parade continues for Jasper. Back-to-back base hits. Drozlak now 2 for 2 on the day. And now it turns to Braxton Brosmer. You're up by 1. But if you get an extra bit of insurance, you will be a lot more comfortable going forward. But for Longvinov, 2 RBIs today. As things stand, the go-ahead run. And a swing and miss there from Brosmer. Question is, how long will Bippis stay in the game? I would assume that we would see him at least a little bit more. Potentially, he might go the distance. As I've said many times now, until his arm falls off, he will probably be on. This one bunted and caught. The inning is over. An interesting approach to try and bunt there. Tried catching the defense off guard, but to no avail. To the 6th we go. Longinov gives the Reds back their lead 7-6 through 5.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Two innings left to play in this pool play decider. 7-6 Jasper on top as you are watching NABF World Series Baseball on SmeeSports. Top of the order back in for the Mountaineer Lumber Company with Luke Ickes, Will Tagan, and Braden Clark. Ickes today is 3 for 3 with 2 singles, a double, and an RBI on his second single of the game. That came back in the second. Ground ball over towards short to get the inning underway. Throw to one in plenty of time. 1 up, 1 down. The magic number for this Jasper Red defense is now 5. To get this win and to have a date with the Stark County Terriers at 5 p.m. tonight in the semifinals. Regardless of result as well, the Lumber Company, they are in. They will take on the Brooklyn Grays at 7:30 as things stand. This one grounded right back to shortstop. 2 plays from short and 2 successful. A nice inning so far for Braxton Brosmer. 2 up, 2 down for Braden Clark. And quick work for Bippus. That was pitch 85. He could end this inning under 90 pitches. And he started throwing, I believe, 50-some through 2. He has made quick work of the Lumber Company since then. First pitch, a strike. Come on. You knew he was going to take it. You cannot go down on 3 pitches in an inning. He was always going to hold back on that one. The 0-1. Now he'll swing and miss. Count 0-2. In line for one of the quickest innings today. Now that we say that, 25 runs will come in and score. That's how this game works. But for Bippus, pitch 88 coming up. And he gets out of the inning. It's perfection for Will Bippus. Only his second strikeout of the game. But that'll move the Reds within 3 outs of getting their 3rd win of the World Series. Middle of 6 at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. We got a good one on hand. 7-6 Reds, your score.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bottom 6 at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. 7-6 Reds your score as you are watching the NABF Collegiate World Series here on SmeeSports. Again, I am Nathan Smee, the call for you today live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Game 1 of 5 as coming up next, we will have the B2 Bulls taking on the Brooklyn Grays Gibson. That'll be both teams' final game of pool play. Match for third place to decide who plays later on tonight at Thurman Munson Field 2. First pitch of the inning popped up and caught by the new pitcher, Ethan Green, for out number 1. I don't think he ever pitched at Tri-C. My stats say no, but that play was more of a first baseman play than anything. 1 pitch, 1 out for Greeny. Now Aiden Sheets will step in, a walk, triple, and a ground out so far today for him. Green looks to keep it going. This pitch fouled back. Could be in line for one of the quickest overall innings of this tournament, if not the quickest, if we stay on this path. The Lumber Company hopes so. Missener, Bender, Rowlison, 4 through 6 coming up in the 7th. They are fighting for their life in the pool. They will advance, but they want to win this game. Big concern for Jasper going forward is their pitching depth. They should have a few guys left. How many guys do they have? And can Will Bippus finish this one out and save maybe an arm or two? 2-strike count on Sheets. And again, he will foul it back. Then after the B2 Bulls play, we will see Travelers take on the Brooklyn Grays. Josh to close out pool play entirely. Again, the 0-2 this time, well inside. Not bad stuff so far from Ethan Green. After ending his time at Tri-C, he's off to Shawnee State in the fall. A new Division II outfit in the NCAA fold. Just moving over from NAIA, they'll be playoff eligible in the 2028-29 school year. So still a few weeks away from getting towards that, and then with it, Shawnee State still a few years away from competing in the playoffs. The 2-2 line drive towards left field and down for a base hit. It's a 1-out single for Aiden Sheets. That'll be his second base hit of the game now. 2 for 3 on the day. Christie back to him. His only hit so far, a bunt single. If Jasper can get an insurance run on the board, that would be huge for them going into the 7th. We know the might of this Mountaineer Lumber Company offense. There is no doubt about it. They can score. They've had one walk-off winner already in this tournament. They wouldn't mind being on the opposite end at the top of the inning, tying the game and taking the lead to then bring the fight to Jasper in the bottom of the 7th. And if that were to happen, we would get our seemingly annual matchup between the Lumber Company and the Terriers. Green's 0-1 well high. If not, there's a chance that we have an All-Ohio final, a split, or 2 out-of-state teams in the championship. What a story that would be. But it would take a lot for that to happen. The 1-1 fouled back. Officially at around the 2-hour mark of this game. We did start a few minutes late. Does it really matter? No, there is no time limit. But a very cloudy day, somewhat sunny day off towards Field 2, as they're pretty much getting all sun. We are getting none of it. Maybe patches in right field. That's about it. The 1-2 driven towards left field and through for a base hit. Back-to-back base hits to left field for the Jasper Reds as they look to continue this one-out rally. Now bringing up Talon Kiefer. A bunt out his last time up that turned into an error. An E5 in the end and also a sac fly for him today. Comes in 0 for 1 in that regard. 2-on-1 down. This is Jasper's opportunity. Kiefer lofts it foul, and it is going to go out of play. Makita makes sure it doesn't take a last-second break back in as he officially sees this one out of here. But just to prove a point, I think that'll be the best split possible. Yeah, sunny on that side, just cloudy on our side. Of course, part of that being the shade of the stadium structure itself. The 0-1 popped him up. It'll go down below us. And this one will be caught for out number 2. And now they're going to run a third. It's a tag up. Hustled out perfectly by Sheets. Put him at the corners with 2 down. In the end, a productive out. Do they appeal to seconds? I don't think they will. Bauer, he will step in now. 2 strikeouts and a double. If he can do a job, we go back to the top with Warnick. After him, the go-ahead hero as things stand in Art Longvinov. Bauer fouls this one off. And I think that one takes it right off one of the other old press box windows. And as I've said, I really hope Munson restores the rest of these boxes because they're good spaces. It'll cost some money, but I don't think it'll be crazy or out of the ordinary and not worth it. Especially if the OHSAA is going to continue using Munson. I think eventually those will become media suites or just fan suites in general. In my opinion, it's only a matter of time. But we'll see what happens to this complex. Runner goes, and now it's chaos time, I guess. The runner's safe at second. I don't know what we're doing. I'm surprised he didn't go to second sooner. And Green's just going to stand in no man's land and call time. I think he's even confused as to what just happened. As am I. You're not alone in that one, Greeny. You're not alone. Count sits at 0-2. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 down. That pitch misses high for ball 1. Again for the Lumber Company, Missener, Bender, Rollison, 4, 5, and 6 due up in the 7th inning. The 1-2 grounder through into left field. A massive hit for Bauer. That'll bring in at least 1. And that'll bring in 2. Throw down to second. That one's in time to end the inning. A whole host of emotions, but Jasper drives into courtesy of Jackson Bauer. A 2 RBI single, now 9-6. One of the biggest plays of the day to take us to the 7th inning. We'll watch it back on the replay here. Just chaos all the way around the yard. You'd expect nothing less, would you? 3 outs to play with. The Lumber Company needs 3 to tie, 4 to win. When we return.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Last chance for the Mountaineer Lumber Company. 9-6 your score, top of the 7th inning. As you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with the WRCL. What a finish to this one. 9-6 as things stand, as this one is fouled away by Greeny. So he will enter as the DH/pitcher in place of Missiner. First cuts of the day after a .348 season for Tri-C in 19 games played. But for the Jasper faithful who made the long trip in from Indiana, they will feel a good sense of satisfaction, assuming this result holds. The 1-1. Greeny shoots this one deep to center field, and it will be caught for out number 1. Tracked down that time by Bryce Minton. He's had himself quite a nice World Series as things stand. Matching number now 2 for the Reds to secure a 1 seed. As now that'll bring up Andon Bender. First time today he steps in not as the leadoff hitter in an inning. 2 for 3, a triple and a single for him today, as there is strike 1. If you'd have told me in the 3rd inning or even the 2nd that Will Bippes would have finished this game out, I would have called you crazy. Still under 100 pitches, just into the 90s. To the 0-1 off the plate. Had, I think, around 56 through 2 innings. Since then, has thrown around 40. 93 pitches. This will be his 94th. Bender swings and misses. He's gotten better as the game has gone on. That typically doesn't happen with pitching. But in his case, he has really warmed up to this game and has risen to the occasion multiple times. Count 1-2 on the shortstop, and he will just miss it off the plates. I think Sheets thought it was strike 3, as did I. Really close on the outside edge, instead 2-2 counts. Bippes will try again to close it out here and get within 1 out of ending it. Bender fouls it off. We will do it again. Make sure you stick with us as we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center after our final commercial break. Have a couple of guys in mind for that award, and I think we kind of have our winner as things stand. The 2-2, swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Will Bippes. It's final countdown time for the Jasper Reds, within 1 out of clinching the 1 seed and a date with the Stark County Terriers. Last line of offense, it's Brady Rollison. What a game this has been. 9-6 with the Reds rallying, scoring a run in each of the past 4 innings after going scoreless through 2. Strike 1, no doubt about it. Rollison so far, 2 singles, an RBI, and a walk. Bipp is up to 98 pitches. The 0-1 off the plates. So this will be number 100. He will become a Centurion in this game. Really good spot. Doesn't get the call. I'm really surprised by that one. It looked really good from our angle. But a 2-1 count on the third baseman. High now for ball 3. After Rollison, it goes to Jeffrey Seiss, the left fielder. Bippes trying to close this one out for the Jasper Reds. Rollison over towards second. It's caught. The game is over. 9-6. The Jasper Reds get the win. They will be the 1 seed and take on the Stark County Terriers later on today. What a win for the boys from Indiana. They continue to represent their state so well, and we will see them again today when it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and that somewhere being Thurman Munson Stadium. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center as you are watching NABF Collegiate World Series Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The Jasper Reds have done it 3-0 in pool play. They take care of the Mountaineer Lumber Company 9-6 here on SmeeSports. Your player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, is Art Longvinoff. 2 RBIs today, including the RBI single that gave this team the win back in the 5th. Great day for him all the way around. A beautiful day defensively, too. Some great plays this entire tournament. He and the Reds will play again today at 5 against the Stark County Terriers. Then at 7:30, the Brooklyn Grays will take on the Mountaineer Lumber Company. Our Final Four is set, but still 2 more pool play games left to go as we step aside. Coming up next is the B2 Bulls and the Brooklyn Grays here on SmeeSports, scheduled for around 12:10 as you are watching the NABF Collegiate World Series here on SmeeSports in partnership with the WRCO.